Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. Our oceans are so vast and mysterious that we probably have no idea of even half of what lives there. What we do know is that there are many mind-blowing deep-sea creatures that existed, and the Megalodon was one of them. Many have claimed that they still exist, and today we will be diving into 10 Megalodons caught on camera. Number 10. The Guadalupe Islands Megalodon. This video makes rounds on the internet as though it was undeniable proof of the existence of a Megalodon. It shows 3 divers in a metal cage being surrounded by this beast. The claim is not entirely baseless since the shark clearly is more than 20 feet long. However, the video was recorded on the Guadalupe Islands of Mexico and was published by marine biologist Mauricio Hoyos Padilla on his Facebook page, claiming that it was the largest white shark ever found. This species can allegedly reach up to 19.5 feet, therefore it may well be a simple exaggeration of internet users since this shark is pretty large. Even specialists still have doubts about whether it is a new species, although for it to be an adult megalodon, it's at least 26 feet short. The alleged megalodon in this video appears to be following the camera and attempts to take a chunk out of the leg of the diver. The camera pulls away and it looks like it tries to eat him, but it doesn't, despite the size and strength that it has. Number 9. Megalodon or whale shark? This must have been an incredibly haunting and traumatizing experience for all those involved, and the clip was shot by a diver. One day, a couple went diving off the coast of Indonesia when all of a sudden a whale shark spotted them and swam over. You could tell it was a whale shark from the spots on its back. However, allegedly this one had much bigger teeth than usual, and it was also unusually aggressive, as it tried to bite the man several times, but both the diver and the person filming managed to escape. Otherwise, things could have taken a very wrong turn. It was later confirmed that it was a whale shark, but its large teeth and aggressive nature led some to say that it was a descendant of the Megalodon, and considering that whale sharks are the closest thing to Megalodons. Scientists also said that the whale sharks can be made aggressive by fumes coming from cans, for example a can of deodorant or a can of spray paint, so perhaps this is what that was. Number 8. The Scientist's Megalodon. It's not that hard for a regular person to be terrified by a video of a Megalodon. However, scientists are much more skeptical and most don't believe in their existence. While certain footage by the Discovery Channel made one scientist change his mind, there are many live feeds going on underwater at all times as they put cameras onto historic sites and oil rigs and other places. During a live stream, one of the cameras caught something very broad moving past an oil rig, and you can clearly see a fin sticking out. However, this wasn't an ordinary fish's fin or even a shark's fin. This was a massive fin. Scientifically, no animal in that area could have a fin that large except for a megalodon, and from the fin size itself, scientists said this megalodon would have been around 60 feet long. The Discovery Channel got hold of this footage and showed it to a scientist, who quickly became a believer.
Our calculations put this creature at over 62 feet.
Number 7. The Japanese Megalodon. This Megalodon sighting has to be one of the most realistic ever and was filmed in Japan. It is known that Japan is home to some strange sea creatures, but could it also be home to the largest sea creature of all time? Let's find out. The video appears to have been taken by an underwater webcam and shows an odd structure lying beneath the ocean. It is believed it is some kind of military structure, and the reason they had cameras on it was to monitor it. The footage clearly shows a massive sea creature that almost takes up the entire frame, and you can make out quite a bit of detail. Loads of people believe that it was a megalodon, as there have been some reported findings of megalodon fossils in Asia. The footage was even checked and has been verified as being authentic. Number 6. The Brazilian Coastline Megalodon. A lot of the times when we see fake footage of things being filmed, it is done on purpose. However, this Megalodon video was captured by accident. In November of 2012, a Brazilian Coast Guard was doing a routine rescue of a swimmer who had gotten lost at sea, so they decided to rescue him by air. For safety and training purposes, there are always cameras in those helicopters. As the helicopter hovered over the swimmer, they saw something very odd in the camera. Neither the swimmer nor the rescuers saw this at the time, as they were too focused on the task at hand, but in the video you can spot the Megalodon. You might assume this is a whale, as whales can reach this length. However, there aren't any whales in the area, so it can't have been that. It was estimated to be around 60 feet long, which is about the size of a megalodon. Plus, megalodons used to be abundant in the Americas, including South American countries like Brazil. Number 5. The whale shark. This giant sea creature was captured by a man in a boat who was enjoying a peaceful time in the ocean when he saw a shark's fin. Initially, he assumed it was simply a shark, but he was still curious, so he began filming it. But when he saw the distance between the shark's fin and the shark's slope, he began to doubt whether it was actually a shark at all. If it was indeed a shark, it was far too big. It can clearly be seen in the water, and it's so massive it actually makes the water turn black. There were spots on the back of this beast which led many to assume that it was a whale shark. However, this doesn't add up, as sharks don't frequent this area. The clip was even analyzed by experts online, but they were just as baffled by it. The man who shot the video was equally as confused, but he claimed it was a megalodon. Number 4. Megalodon meets whale. We have seen what happens when a megalodon meets a boat, and it isn't pretty. Then you can only imagine what happens when a megalodon meets a whale. Whales are famed for jumping up out of the ocean, which is an amazing and beautiful sight to see, and people love catching it on tape. One night, somebody was doing just that, filming the ocean at night as whales kept jumping out of the water. Out of nowhere, a whale jumped out of the ocean. However, it wasn't alone, as what seems to be a megalodon jumped alongside it and took a massive bite out of the whale. It is not known whether the whale lived, but it is incredibly likely that it didn't. Number 3. The kayaking megalodon. It is scary enough if you were in a boat and spotted a megalodon, but can you imagine anything more terrifying than kayaking around in the ocean and suddenly seeing the world's biggest shark ever? Well, that is exactly what happened to one man, and it was caught on tape. At first, everything was pretty normal, and he was enjoying his day off, when all of a sudden a massive aquatic beast swims right toward him. In the video, you can see him turn his kayak and try and row away to avoid impending doom. Imagine the terror of having a megalodon sneak up right on you. His friend shot this footage from a boat, and he estimated the megalodon to be more than 40 feet long. I don't know about you, but that sounds like a megalodon to me. The only other explanation for this is some kind of mutant shark. However, what's even more interesting is that it wasn't even in an area known for sharks.
Watch out!
And with that, it is now time for today's subscriber pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber. If you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it on future videos. Number 2. This picture is taken from Steve Alten's book, Meg, which is a science fiction horror novel that follows the underwater adventures of a Navy deep-sea diver named Jonas Taylor and is based on megalodons. Number 1. The Cape Town Megalodon. This incident is about a boat being attacked by a megalodon, and this clip was shot off the coast of Cape Town in South Africa. One day, a couple of friends hired a boat and decided to go on a fishing trip, and their experience was recorded on a waterproof camera. At the beginning of their fishing trip, one of the girls said she was going to try and catch the biggest fish in the ocean. And what happened next will shock you. After a while, their boat gets hit, and at first it's not clear what hit it, but as the camera falls, you can hear everyone on the boat start to scream, and then the boat goes under the sea. Their bodies were never found, however their boat and camera were found. The boat was torn in half, and it appeared to have bite marks that ran down its center. People were taken aback when they charged up the camera and saw what was on it. The footage was seen by millions and is kind of a mystery. However, the main theory is that a megalodon caught up with their boat. Megalodon fossils have been found from all around Africa, including South Africa. They are also thought to be very vicious and have massive teeth which could easily rip through the boats. And that concludes our list of 10 megalodons caught on camera. Let us know in the comments section below if you know of any more sightings, and as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon.